Hi everyone. My name is Charlene Silva, and where do I begin? I was born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. Very, very small family. My parents married and moved to Yuma when they got married. We had no friends or family in Yuma. And from Yuma, they decided that Tucson was a good place to go because it wasn't as big as Phoenix, but it was still a nice place to be. So my parents, my mom is Filipino and my father is African American, and we lived in the south side of Tucson. I basically grew up with the same group of people that I went to elementary school with, that I went to high school with, middle school with. So I'm very familiar with these group of people that I was friends with. In high school, I was fairly intelligent, I guess you would say. I really never wanted to try too hard because I always thought that I was going to be famous and I wasn't going to need college. So, I really embraced the things in school like drama and band. I love band, played the saxophone for 15 years. Um, was a cheerleader. I did everything that I could possibly do to really kind of do other things. Schoolwork was pretty simple for me, but I never really tried very hard. My motto was a C will get you a degree, so that's kind of my thought process there. So, um, when it was time to go to college, I decided that I was going to go to the Arizona State University because, well, I definitely didn't want to be a wildcat. Welcome. So I decided to go to ASU because they had a great dance program at the time. This is back in 1996, dating myself there. But that was a decision that I ended up making. Throughout the progress of going to college, like very many people, I decided that I was going to become a communications major from a dance major. Ultimately, after about 2 years of college, I ended up losing my scholarship because, well, I was working like 3 jobs and I didn't really care because I was making money and you go to college to make money. So my thought process was a little messed up. So I think my highs, I guess, would be I loved everything in school except for math. And it came back to haunt me when I finally went back to college. I had to retake that again. So fast forward, I ultimately ended up going back to college 16-ish years later after the first go at it. My focus was amazing. I went to ASU to keep the majority of the credits that I did have. So when I went to ASU Online, I talked to a counselor and I ended up getting my bachelor's in BIS, Interdisciplinary Studies with an emphasis in organization. I ended up graduating with honors. Thank you very much. I decided to apply myself finally. And well, I guess I should go to where it is that I work at this point. So currently I work for Verizon Wireless. Love me or hate me. I've worked for the company for 11 years at this point. It was actually working for the company that made me want to go back to school. We have a fantastic program that pays for your school, so I figured I might as well let my company send me to school, which definitely was a great decision for me to make. I've worked in a lot of different areas within Verizon Wireless, customer service rep, retail, back end, the back office stuff, everything that you could imagine. Supervisor of a team, supervisor of a tech support team, recruiting, human resources. I think I've really kind of stuck my foot into everything. But currently I work for a department we're called the National Command Center. And what it is that we do is we monitor the call flow to all call centers that Verizon Wireless has. There are two of my, I guess, circle of people that I work with. There's us in Arizona. I live in Chandler, Arizona. And then there is one in North Carolina. So we definitely partner between the two teams that we have, and we definitely do a lot of the call routing, the call flow, very analytical in nature job. This job is definitely going to be good for me while I'm getting my master's degree at this point. This is my first class, getting my master's. I'm very excited. My hope is that in the next 2 years, things will kind of go very smooth. While I am getting my master's, I will definitely stay at this current position that I have with my job. Um, Ultimately, after I get my master's, I really don't know what I'm going to do with it, to be honest. But the master's is the new bachelor's, and definitely looking at global technology and working for the company that I work for. Between the two, one way or another, I plan on being successful with this degree. Within my job, there's a lot of talk of opportunities when it comes to everything under the sun, and the international piece, when you look at it and when you look at technology, how it's evolving, it really made sense for me to get a master's degree in the global technology arena. So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I think that it'll be a good thing, and I'm very excited to see how this is going to work out. Let's see, personal info. I'm married. I married my husband that I actually had a very huge crush on growing up. I always kind of knew who my husband was, but we never associated until I moved back to Tucson for some personal reasons. And I was living with my mom, and he was back living with his mom, and he bumped into me at the grocery store, and it was magic ever since. I'm been married for now 5 years now. I have 2 children. My son is 11 and my daughter is 4. Both of my children have Z names. My son's name is Zion Lennox and my daughter's name is Savannah Madison. If I ever have another child, my husband said no more Z's. My husband is an electrician, HVAC, and he's very, very, very good with his hands, and I'm very, very good with the technology piece. So between the two of us, we kind of make it work. What else? I guess international interest, whatnot. I'm not very worldly. It's something that I really aspire to be at some point in my life. I do keep up with a lot of the things that happen in the Philippines because my mom is from the Philippines and she has dual citizenship. So it's something that I definitely try to stay aware of, especially, when it comes to anything that's happening there. I've only ever traveled to Mexico. Well, that's a big surprise, right? Being in Tucson, Arizona, Mexico is kind of the hot spot. I guess that's really all I have for that. I'm a little camera shy, so it's been a minute that I've been really putting this off. So that's me, Charlene Silva. I look forward to this journey that I'm about to take with all of you. And, let's do this, guys. Let's get our masters. Thanks.